And the latest mass shooting has certainly heightened the debate in Austin over gun reform.
Political reporter Jack Fink speaking with two state lawmakers on opposite sides of this issue.
We've failed in regulating guns. We have failed our communities, and people and children are dying.
And people don't like to hear it, but it's not guns, it's people. We have a people problem, and that's what we need to address.
Republican State Senator Bob Hall, whose district includes parts of Dallas County, and Democratic State Senator Roland Gutierrez, whose district includes Uvalde, are as far apart as two people can be when it comes to guns and whether there should be restrictions on AR-style firearms.
And people are dying at the mall, and people are dying in schools, and people are dying in church. This notion is some weird fealty to a AR-15 rifle is nonsense.
And what do you say to those who say that's the common denominator here? Something should be done.
That same weapon you're talking about can be in the style that meets the definition of a pistol. So I point out coming up with a definition that doesn't take a significant number of weapons that can be used for self-defense. You got to remember, every time you talk about wanting to restrict someone that would use it in a bad way, you're keeping a person who would use it in a good way from having it. And so we got to be careful.
Should we know about it? Should we have universal background checks to where at least there's some kind of registry that says, hey, Jack owns this gun. The DMV knows what kind of car you drive. Should we know that you own an AR-15? I think we should.
Efforts to move the bill to raise the age someone could buy an AR-style firearm from 18 to 21 to the full House for a debate failed yesterday. Senator Gutierrez says he won't stop trying in the Senate to bring up his bills left languishing.
And what parliamentary actions can you take to get this a debate on the floor?
2 days ago, very quietly, I tried what's called a special order. I was called up to the front desk, and they said, we're not going to recognize you for this. You can't do a special order. We argue we can. I'm going back and forth with a parliamentarian on that. She's giving me precedent why I can't. We're giving her precedent why we can. And so we'll keep up this fight.
Senator Hall says he doesn't see any action on Gutierrez's bills, but believes there is a potential solution.
One of the things that attracts these shooters are the gun-free zones, where they know they're not going to have any opposition. One of the things I think we could do is significantly reduce the gun-free zones.
Senator Hall is one of the only Republicans who I reached out to this week who is willing to discuss this issue. Numerous Democratic lawmakers spoke out this week and all session.
Quick question. Which gun-related bills, in your estimation, won't make it? Which bills do you think might or have a really good shot?
Well, Doug, among the bills that won't make it, raising the age to buy an AR-style firearm to 21, universal background checks, and a red flag law. But bills that are advancing include a mandatory 10-year minimum sentence for anyone using a firearm in a felony, plus making it a state jail felony for anyone buying a firearm who's prohibited from having one, and another to make it easier for the state to comply with federal law that requires looking into the mental health backgrounds of 18 to 20-year-olds trying to buy a firearm.
Inside the discussion, the legislature, and answers that still need to be had. Jack Fink, thank you so much. Jack, by the way, is going to be continuing our coverage tonight. We've got a special edition of Eye on Politics from Austin. Streams at 7 p.m. We'll do it online through the CBS News app and also via Pluto TV.